You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts!
Let me ask you something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in pale moonlight? What? I ask all my prey that. I think it sounds nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Screen Team. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow Joker Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
And we're back with the Batmanathon where we're finally going to the dark Batman.
Yes. We're finally talking about one of my favorite movies, Batman. Or Batman 1989, or Tim Burton's Batman.
Yep.
And now, let's get into the overview. Batman is a 1989 superhero film based on the DC Comics character of the same name. Produced by John Peters and Peter Gruber, it is the first installment of Warner Brothers' initial Batman film series. The film was directed by Tim Burton and written by Sam Hamm and Warren Sakarin, based off of a story written by Hamm. The film stars Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne / Batman, alongside Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, Robert Wuhl, Pat Hingle, Billy D. Williams, Michael Goff, and Jack Palance.
We can get into the synopsis.
Okay. Having witnessed his parents' brutal murder as a child, millionaire, or should we say billionaire, philanthropist Bruce Wayne fights crime in Gotham City disguised as Batman, a costume hero who strikes fear into the hearts of villains. But when a deformed madman who calls himself the Joker seizes control of Gotham's criminal underworld, Batman must face his most ruthless nemesis ever while protecting both his identity and his love interest, reporter Vicky Vale.
Still an awesome movie.
Yes. My God, does this film still hold up after all these years?
Yep. The movie has a lot. It can be timeless because of the setting of Gotham.
Yeah, because you don't really know what year it's supposed to be in.
Yeah.
It feels old-timey, but at the same time modern.
Yep. I would feel like this takes place before Batman the Animated Series. That's my headcanon.
Oh, true. I mean, there's definitely a lot of elements that would later on be in Batman the Animated Series that are in this film.
Yep. Including the score.
Well, very true. Very true. But we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah.
Now, with talking about Batman, you gotta talk about the man himself. Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Yeah.
I hope all those fans that wrote 50,000 letters to Warner Brothers in trying to stop this man to play this character ate all the crow in the world. Because Michael Keaton is the best Batman in all of the films. He's the best Batman. He was fantastic.
Yep. Let's go flashback when he was a controversial casting because he was only a comedian at that time.
Yeah. I mean, what? Okay, yeah, he was Mr. Mom. Yeah, he was Beetlejuice. But the man perfectly encapsulated Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah.
And it would make all the sense in the world that the last guy you would ever expect would be Batman.
Yeah, since he doesn't look all muscular or anything.
And the fact that the man is under 6 foot.
Yeah.
But it makes all the sense in the world that he would have to wear a costume like he's wearing to strike fear into criminals.
Yep.
I mean...
Yep. Like that opening scene, one of my favorite scenes that we already did in the intro code opening.
Yes. In which he has to make sure that all criminals know he's on the streets.
And he's also a good detective.
Yeah, we actually see him do some detective work, trying to understand the Joker back when he was still Jack Napier.
Yeah, and trying to save everyone from dying from his Joker, whatever.
All the Joker toxin and all the cosmetics.
Yeah.
And as well, you definitely feel that there is an underlying kind of sadness and anger with his Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
he's still reeling from the death of his parents.
Till he finds out that he found the real killer of his parents.
And oh yeah, he goes into beast mode.
Oh, he kills the Joker. Yes, he does. He literally says to the Joker, "I'm going to kill you," because of all that.
Okay, proof that I don't think Tim Burton necessarily understood everything about Batman, but I can look past that. Part of me still thinks he didn't purposely make sure the Joker fell when the gargoyle broke.
I'm on the opinion that he did do it on purpose.
He definitely was trying to stop him, but I don't think he thought, oh, the gargoyle's gonna break.
I don't think he cared, really.
Okay, but, I mean... What are your opinions about Michael Keaton?
I think he's a awesome Bruce Wayne and Batman with everything. I love the bat suits.
Yes. Still the most dignified bat suit, though you do have to admit Ben Affleck's was pretty good. Yeah. And Robert Pattinson's is decent.
Yeah, when we get to the
But this is definitely the most dignified of all the bat suits.
Yep.
And especially since he was able...
And the most beat up of the bat suits. He's like covered it all in like dust from crashing the bat plane into the church and stuff.
But then again, let's not forget what happens in the next film.
Yeah.
So, arguments can be made. But the fact that Michael Keaton was able to make this suit pretty much made out of rubber and leather, and let alone he had no ability to turn his head because of the cowl, and he made it so dignified.
Yeah.
And the way that he would turn made it seem so otherworldly.
Yeah.
You know, like Batman is truly a creature of the night. You should be afraid of this guy.
And he doesn't say many lines as Batman. He says the good certain amount, the good one-liner amount. Like I'm Batman. Later, I'm gonna kill you.
You created me, I created you.
Yeah. Speaking of the monster he created, Jack Nicholson.
Ah, yes. Jack Nicholson as Jack Napier, a.k.a. the Joker.
We actually get a Joker origin story in this movie.
Which part of me I find interesting, and then part of me is like, you shouldn't do that. Because the whole mystique about the Joker is the ambiguity of who he was before he was the Joker.
Yeah,
But the idea that this can be kind of one of the multiple choice questions of who he was before he was the Joker, I do like.
Yep, that he was always an evil guy, and falling into that bed of acid made him just take his crime to a whole different level.
Yeah, he went even crazier.
Yep.
You know, it flew way off the handle. He was already teetering on it. Flew.
Yep, he ends up killing his boss in the most funny way.
Yeah.
I keep shooting him even after he's dead.
Which is definitely something I think he took from Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely something very unique and true to what Jack Nicholson is as the Joker, but I do feel there are some elements of Cesar Romero and even some of the comics in his Joker.
He was the first scary version of Joker.
Yeah.
In this adaptation, which I've been used to.
Yeah.
But back in the day, people were still used to Cesar Romero.
Yeah.
The henchman of Batman the movie.
You know, just the guy laughing all over the place and wanting to rob banks and has an electrocuting joy buzzer. Oh, but his joy buzzer melts you.
And
Jack Nicholson's melts you.
Yeah, he even has a sort of love triangle with Batman's girlfriend, Vicky Vale, or obsession.
But why is he doing this when he already has Alicia Hunt?
Yeah, but he kills her anyway.
Well, mainly because he was using her as a guinea pig for his Joker toxin, and then he just gets infatuated with Vicky Vale. But, bro, you're the one who said, never rub another man's rhubarb. Mm-hmm. So why are you trying to get with Vicky when you already got one?
Well, she was dead at that point when he said that. He already said that before.
But still, she was still alive when he first saw the pictures of her.
Well, of course, Jack Nicholson was the bigger star. That's why he had top billing.
Yeah, and
he already did The Shining, so that's also another reason why.
And also the fact he was kind of apprehensive about doing this because comic books, but he made sure to get a big bag out of this. I mean, he only worked like only a month on this film?
Probably, yeah.
Just to make sure he was able to make every Laker home game. Mm-hmm. He got a great deal of a percentage from the box office and from all the money that came with the merchandising. This man got $90 million
and even had
out of this.
He even had hired his friend as his own personal henchman.
Yes, which
was a selling point.
Tracy Walter as Bob the Goon. Bob is fantastic, despite the fact we don't know much about him, or the fact he doesn't even necessarily say much in the film. Yeah. Bob is just cool. Yeah. He's the precursor of always having that number one henchman.
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason why Joker says, Bob, you are my number one guy.
Until he kills him.
Well, he did. Yeah. Well, he did fail. Mm-hmm. He didn't stop Batman.
And then we get to Kim Basinger as the satellite love interests of both Batman and the Joker.
Yes, Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. And she did a good job.
Considering that she wasn't the one who was originally cast, it was Sean Young.
Yeah, but
she got in a horse riding accident that broke her back.
Seriously. Okay, actors, stop riding horseback. This is proving to be a serious thing. Stop it.
Yep.
But I think it worked perfectly fine for Kim Basinger.
Yeah, she was fine up until her constant drink. If you do a constant drinking game of every time she screams.
Oh dear God, yeah, she does talk. Practically half of her dialogue is just screaming.
I think she's the only one in these only love interests in these four films actually scream.
True.
Yeah, I don't remember Nicole Kidman even doing that.
No, because she wasn't necessarily always in danger.
Yeah.
She only had like maybe one or two instances. Vicky was in constant danger in this film.
From the Joker, yep.
But I really do enjoy the chemistry Bruce and Vicky have.
Yeah.
There actually is a feeling that they both really do like each other, and we get to see how that evolves.
Yeah.
She kind of helps bring the humanity back into Bruce.
Yeah.
And that Bruce still has something that he can be connected to and still have some semblance of Bruce Wayne when he's not in the Batman suit.
Yeah. And she finds out, thanks to Alfred, which is his identity.
I know that was done because there was the writer's strike, during this time when the film was being made, so they kind of had to do something to keep the plot going. But could you have found a much better way in her finding out Bruce's Batman? Really, you're going to have Alfred just go ahead and let her into the Batcave? Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Vic. Yeah. Have a seat.
Yeah, but then she helps out her sort of partner in crime, Knox, played by Robert Rule.
Alexander Knox. A character that we definitely needed more of. Yeah. I really enjoy him in this.
Yeah, he was bummed he wasn't asked for the sequel either.
Of all the characters, he's one of the 2 characters I would have thought you would bring back for the sequel. I mean...
But the Arrowverse makes up to him for making him do a cameo for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah. Which adds all the more question about continuity in the whole DC universe.
Yeah.
But we'll tackle that when we get to it. But I really do like Alexander Knox. He's hilarious. He's actually the one taking this whole thing of Batman and the Joker seriously.
Yeah.
And at the same time, him just hitting on Vicky Vale is hilarious.
Yep.
And him not even getting a step further in it.
Yep. And almost dying thanks to the script, which they luckily changed it.
Yeah. I mean, definitely an unsung hero in this film.
And then we get our first look at Commissioner Gordon, Pat Hingle.
Which, I do like him, but...
This was mainly his best work was in this movie.
True.
As we talked about the next 3 sequels with him.
Yeah, where his importance and impact as a commissioner starts to decline.
Yeah.
But he actually was good in this film. And I do like his Commissioner Gordon, despite the fact that my Commissioner Gordon is supposed to be wearing glasses and a mustache.
Well, he does have a mustache.
Well, yeah, but no glasses. And he's mainly wearing police uniform. No, he's supposed to be wearing detective-esque attire and have glasses.
And his only interaction with Batman in this movie is trying to hunt him down.
True.
Until the end, where just by note, well, he saved the day, so I guess we should give him the bat signal.
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and deputize him? Go ahead and let him be the guy that helps us make sure that we actually do our job. Bat signal. Batman, you're our number 1 guy.
And he only had one corrupt cop. Eckhart.
Which I do find interesting. Yeah, I mean, that tends to be a thing fairly regular in Batman, that there's at least a few corrupt cops, but there was only one. And Max Eckhart.
And he gets shot by Jack Napier before he even turns into the Joker.
Well,
so the corruption was gone by then.
Yeah. I guess it was for the best he wasn't Harvey Bullock.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't kill Harvey Bullock.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he inspired the animated system to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yep. And then we get to a guy who should have been Harvey Dent in Batman Forever, Billy D. Williams.
Yes. One of the greatest missed opportunities ever. You have one of the most suavest men to ever exist ever in Billy D. Williams. And you didn't capitalize in having him become Two-Face. He was... Just seeing the little bit of what he did as Harvey Dent makes me wonder how he could have played Harvey Dent once he becomes Two-Face.
Yeah.
And you all signed him to a contract, but yet you didn't capitalize on it. Because Schumacher wanted to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
But Burton had the good idea.
Yep. Billy D. Williams was also bummed, but he came back for a Lego Batman movie, and you can also see in the new comics that they're doing, Batman 89. Yep. Where
his version of Harvey Dent finally becomes Two-Face.
Yep.
And there's definitely elements of Batman the Animated Series and how he looks as Two-Face.
Yep. And then his trusty butler.
Ah, yes. Michael Goff as Alfred Pennyworth.
And we're going to talk more about Michael Goff because he's in Doctor Who as the Celestial Toymaker. And along with playing another Time Lord in the Peter Davison era in Arc of Infinity. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Along with being married to Polly, the actress who played Polly for a couple of years.
There's going to be a lot of Michael Goff this year.
And he also... And as a horror expert, he also starred in Christopher Lee's first Dracula movie.
That's also someone that we're going to be talking quite a lot about this year as well.
Or years to come for Dracula part, but we'll talk about that.
Well, I'm talking about Christopher Lee, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy Michael Goff.
Yeah.
You know, I like the rapport he and Michael Keaton have.
Yep.
You know, it really does feel like a parental guardian and the kid that he took care of finally grown up.
Yep. That he tries to give Bruce a normal life by letting Vicky into the Batcave.
Yeah. Because he saw that Bruce likes Vicky, Vicky likes him, and he wants Bruce to have some stability in his civilian life.
Yep.
Which I wish they had more of in these films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I really do like Bruce and Vicky together.
Yeah.
I really do. The fact she isn't in any of the other films kind of upsets me.
You only get to mention the next one.
Yeah. Where I guess being Batman was a bit too much for her.
Yep. Yeah. But Alfred helps Bruce out with his detective skills by trying to find out Joker's toxins.
Yeah.
There.
But I guess why don't we go into the good of the film? I mean, plot is good, straightforward. I mean, there's not much to say. I mean,
acting was awesome, including Jack Palance's acting.
Oh yes, Jack Palance is Carl Grissom.
Yeah.
A man who's actually able to be just as bombastic as Jack Nicholson.
And he also starred as Dracula in another production in the 70s.
I'm really starting to notice that everything we do always ends up being Dracula.
Mm-hmm. It won't be the end.
Lord have mercy. When we finally have to talk about the man who becomes a bat. But let's stick with this bat. But yeah, everyone's acting was fantastic in this. I mean, not just Jack Nicholson and Jack Palance. I mean, I can't stress enough how good Michael Keaton is.
Yep. Jack Palance for his small screen time. That's why he only gets the end credit before he gets killed off by Jack Napier turns the Joker, who tries to kill him out of jealousy because he's seen his girl secretly.
Well, yeah, I think that would warrant trying to get rid of the other guy.
Yeah.
The action, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, especially the fight scenes between Batman and Joker's henchmen.
Yes. And also, of all of the Batman films, this is the only one where we actively get to see Batman beat the you-know-what out of the Joker.
Yeah.
Of all the films, why is this the only one where we legit get to see him punch the Joker in the face repeatedly?
And threaten to kill him.
Well, that aside, we got actually a proper Batman fighting the Joker scene.
Yep, and then the Prince music. Yes, Prince is back from our previous reviews.
I mean, come on now. It's Warner Brothers. He signed under Warner Brothers. They wanted some music to tie in. I wouldn't necessarily say this is Prince's best album, but he did make some good songs. I mean,
and one of his,
Party Man.
I think
Party Man.
I think one of them was in this the special edition DVD as the music video for his.
I think both Bat Dance and Party Man are on the DVD.
Yeah. But you think, of course, the Danny Elfman score.
Yes.
Welcome back, Danny Elfman, to this review again.
Quite possibly Danny Elfman's best work as a composer.
Yep, until the Spider-Man.
True. I mean, the work he did for Spider-Man is fantastic, but you can never beat the Batman theme from this.
Yeah, that's why people keep using it everywhere.
True, even though Danny Elfman didn't necessarily like how they did the mixing of the theme. Which makes me wonder, what was his initial thoughts of how it should sound? Maybe how it sounds in Batman the Animated Series?
I don't know.
But either way, I think the man is wrong. The theme is perfect as it is.
Yep.
And plus, with talking about other things, just the atmosphere of Gotham City.
Yeah, it feels like a dangerous place that you wouldn't want to go at night.
Yeah, it feels like Metropolis if it wanted to mug you.
Yep, like that. Those migrants at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and it just feels so big, bombastic, while at the same time dirty and dangerous, and it fits perfectly with how really unhinged this story is.
Yep. And we'll get more of that to the next sequel.
Very true. And, of course, all the costumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, best dignified bat suit ever.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I love all the different outfits the Joker wears throughout the film.
Doing his makeup over his makeup.
Which I really liked. I like that element that, yeah, white face, red lips, green hair, yeah, that's permanent. So he has to put on flesh tone makeup to look more human, despite the fact he still has his outrageous smile. But then again, life's been good to him.
I don't think there was that much bad.
Oh no, there really isn't. There really isn't much bad. I mean, like I said, the weird love triangle.
Yeah.
I mean,
that came out of nowhere. It was unnecessary.
Never rub another man's rhubarb. And yeah, Vicky may have screamed a little bit too much. And also Alfred letting her into the Batcave, just letting it out in the open that, oh yeah, Bruce is Batman. Yeah, that's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. But this film is still fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is. Though there are some things that are confusing, which we once again have to bring up the what? Why was the final climax exactly a 10-minute climb up that church tower?
Ask Tim Burton about that.
It was exactly clocked as 10 minutes. That's why Joker said, yeah, maybe give me 10 minutes.
Mm.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that literally extends the movie to 10 minutes.
Vicky acting, out of it during the climax when Joker's taking her up the tower.
Yeah.
And how in the world did Jack Nicholson's outrageously long gun shoot down the Batwing? Mm-hmm. And how did he keep that in his pants?
It's a Joker.
True. But the bear was that long. That long.
It was supposed to be realistic like other Batman movies will soon be.
True. Though it is funny that, a prop would end up taking down one of Batman's vehicles.
Yeah.
Which, once again, I need to stress, this is the best Batmobile. And also, thank you for introducing the Batwing. We need to see more accurate Batman vehicles in these films.
Yeah.
And how did Batman miss shooting the Joker in the Batwing? Was he just trying to scare him, or was he actively trying to shoot him?
I still think he was trying to shoot him.
But how did you miss? You had a locked target, and he was just standing there. But yet, long barrel gun takes the whole freaking plane down. But it's Batman. It's comic books. It's dramatic. So,
you want to
can't blame him.
Go over our scores?
Yes, you go first.
I give this a 9 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I really like it. I like the atmosphere, the fight scenes, the Batman Joker dynamic, especially when he discovers Joker killed his parents, that it makes them more intertwined. Even though many people hate it, I am in the minority who actually liked that twist.
And I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I think it worked for this film.
Yeah.
For me,
yeah.
I agree with you. 9 out of 10. This is a nearly perfect film.
Mm-hmm.
It really is fantastic. I mean, everyone played their part perfectly. It truly felt authentically Batman.
Mm-hmm.
The music, the Batsuit, the Batmobile, the Batwing, Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Mm-hmm. Everything was perfect in this.
Yeah.
And let alone the fact that this film is quotable in so many different ways.
Yeah, as you tell from our cold opens.
Very quotable.
But if you disagree, or if you're not a big Michael Keaton fan, or whatever, just follow us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Follow us on YouTube, The Real Screen Team. Follow us
on Reddit, and also follow us on Instagram.
Yep. Like, comment, and definitely subscribe. We're trying to get to 500.
Yes, and once we hit 500, we'll do, a special live stream, answer some of viewer questions and whatnot. And then we'll be on the road to 1,000, where we can finally monetize our videos. We'll start our Patreon, so, we can quite possibly add more to our set.
Yeah.
And we can also do some viewer suggestions. And do some special videos just for Patreon.
Yep. But before we go, we're continuing this with the second Michael Keaton movie, Batman Returns.
Oh, yeah.
The best Christmas movie ever.
Next to Die Hard. Next to Die Hard.
But want to roll us out?
Well, sure. Well, thank you all for coming. definitely come back and watch us again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It definitely helps. Cut, print, that's a wrap.